was just about to make this bread mix because my shopping's just been delivered and I didn't get any gluten-free wraps. I bought this the other day. I thought I'll make myself some bread for this evening. And there's no instructions on how to... I know I can't see very well, but there aren't any instructions, so I don't know how much liquid to put with it. Nothing. I'm making cabbage and bacon with chicken, which I've just cooked. The bacon's cooking in the chicken fat. Chicken needs more cooking. I might put that in the oven because yeah, it's still got blood in it. So I need something else to put the bacon in, put to one side. Mark just went to pick up my injections because I had to order them the day before and I didn't get the prescription until yesterday from my rheumatologist. And another non-scale victory is normally when I give myself an injection in the stomach, I haven't really been able to see what I'm doing. It's all been guesswork. This morning I could see what I was doing. I really think the gluten-free has made such a big difference to how I feel. I know people take the piss, people poo-poo it, but this morning the shopping's just been delivered, I've received it and put it away, I've emptied the dishwasher, I've been prepping the dinner, I lifted the bags of chicken food into the trolley for Mark. I didn't need to, I just wanted to show that I could. So yeah, it's amazing. I feel that there's some people around that poo-poo it, but gluten is not what it was when I was young, when our parents were young. It's been, I'm not using this word, it's been bastardised, and modern gluten is really inflammatory. So this, as you can see, is mainly cabbage with there's one red onion in there. I might actually do another for this amount of cabbage. With my big knife. I've gone back to Twitter and probably until after the UK election, because I find Twitter is more present, it's more now. It changes, you know, constantly moving and changing. It's taken me a while because I've gone back in a different, couldn't remember my username and, you know, blah blah blah, so I started again. So it's taken me a while to get back to all the people I used to follow. More unhappy news is Michael Mosley, Dr. Michael Mosley, the creator, author of the 5-2 regime, and also the Fast 800 that I followed 2 or 3 years ago is missing in Greece, and he's been missing since Wednesday, so it really doesn't sound like it's going to be good news. He's a year younger than me, 67, which sort of surprised me, but you know, very worrying. And what I don't understand and feel a bit paranoid about is he didn't have his phone with him. If he'd had his phone with him, he could have been tracked. Because he didn't have his phone, he can't be tracked. I just find that a bit odd. So I'm not happy, not sort of hopeful about the outcome. Mark is down dealing with dead chickens. I put the camera down there, the trail camera down there last night, and nothing on it at all, nothing, and none of the carcasses have been moved. It's quite unusual, because I've had footage before of a queen coming back and trying to carry a bird out, unsuccessfully of course. So I'm surprised nobody came back. I'll be pleased when he's done that. He's been bothering me, and I'm still struggling with do we, don't we, get more chickens. I think I need to have one more conversation with Mark, because we get drawn in to, we like having them wandering around the garden. Well, you know how many of you watch. And it's, you know, it's just really nice, it's peaceful, it's decorative. But that's not a good reason. Not a good enough reason. I've got all these eggs. I don't really keep up with the eggs. So I was going to half boil some, and that's made me thinking, and then I can have them for my supper, but I need bread with them. So I'm going to pause you whilst I fetch the bread machine through and wing it with regard to liquid and oil. Okay. This takes a long time, which is why I started now. It's only 10:30. Okay, I'll be back. These are the older of the eggs. I have them in order on that egg rack. So these are older eggs, starting them off in cold water, and that means they're easier to peel at the end of the day. Fresh eggs don't peel very well. So I've just checked, done a Google search about gluten-free flour for bread making, and it suggests it needs more liquid and makes more like a batter, sort of a loose batter. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a bit more liquid and see what happens. Not done this for a while. I love it. Okay, what do I want? Do that over here. Any oil in there? Yeah, oil. Water. It's at 500 mils. Don't want 500 mils. One day they'll make a jug where the markings stay. Yeah, that's 500. I don't want 500. Okay, starting off with 350. And I can keep an eye on it, and I can add more liquid if it doesn't look like it's liquid enough. So this is millet and, well, just millet and grains. Well, they won't come to boil if I don't turn them on, will they? Well, there was a gluten-free setting on my bread machine. It's much shorter than my normal setting. Right, I'm going to leave that for as long as I leave these for, I think. These I'll cook for about 15 minutes because I don't like them. I like them to have a bit of a slightly runny yolk in the middle. So I have to hang around and wait for these to come to the boil. I've just put my induction hob. I've just used the P setting. I think it's sort of like power, so it's like a boost thing, but you shouldn't leave it on for long. Just to bring them up to the boil. This is on 12. Might turn that down to 11 now I've covered it. What? Rheumatologist? She does make me laugh. Let's just get this going and I'll turn you around. Okay, turn that down to 11 as well. Put the timer on. For 15 minutes. So she rattles away to me in French. I don't know how many times I've told her I don't understand. I don't know how many times I've told her that the small brief note about my situation over the last few months, I use DeepL to write it. I don't know how many times I've told her that. And what I know is that she probably has a patient every 15 minutes, and I haven't added it up, but that's a lot of patients in a day and a lot of patients in a week and a lot of patients in a month. So I know that she can't take all that in. But she was having a conflab yesterday with her colleague who works in another rheumatologist, and they were having a conflab and about some sort of treatment plan that my rheumatologist was looking for in her journal. And then she sat down and told me what they'd been talking about and what the problem was, something to do with the hospital and prescribing and permissions, and it was like rattling away in French, and I'm going, oh, but I had no idea. Well, I obviously had a little bit of an idea what she's talking about, but I just give up, really. She just, I can't explain it, you know, she's just doing what she's doing. And it made me think about how doctors, all of them are really busy. All doctors are really busy, overloaded. Our doctor that we see, we used to have much longer with him when he first started there, because he didn't have a whole load of patients, and gradually his patient load has built up, and now he's pushed and he's always late. But how do they keep up? I know they have to probably follow some sort of professional development each year, maybe, I don't know, but we can't expect them to keep up with everything. So a lot of the things that I'm doing dietary wise is not on his radar, may never be on his radar. And I can't remember, it may well have been Jane who said to me that it can take, I think she said it could take 13 years before current thoughts around, well, anything really, but I mean, her focus is food and weight. Hold on, I don't know what that is. I still don't know what it is. It's not the alarm that I've set, it's not the timer. The cooker's still going, the hob's still going, so I don't know what that was. She said, I think she said it can take 13 years for the current things that we now know to feed through into medicine, into proper medicine, into real-time medicine. And I'm recalling now that even now, if you go and look at recommended plates, recommended foods, recommended things that you should be eating to stay healthy, if you go and look on any of the British sites, you'll see still a lot of carbs and grains, and it's still on there, you know, and it's a bit of a contradiction, because in many places the food, the advisors have already said, oh yeah, that's the right thing, and that's right, but not changed their advice on their websites. Anyway, why am I talking about that? Why was I talking about that? I was talking about my rheumatologist. So yeah, I don't know how doctors keep up with everything. They can't. And somebody said to me, you know, there's a book called Why My Doctor Lied to Me. I don't think doctors lied to us. I think they've been lied to. I think they've been as misled as we have. And we all have to use research to check what's going on, and they will have done that at the time. Was it grim?
Yeah.
I was going to help, but I've done a lot, and I thought, oh, you know. Okay, so anyway, I'll leave that there and maybe go back to the cooking in a sec once I'm up to speed. It was the bread machine. I've looked inside it. It looks a good consistency, so I think I've made the right decisions about that. Yeah. Anyway, back in a mo. Oh, nice. Okay, so I've just been talking to Mark. Oh, who turned this off? Not me. Oh, it's that. It's because it's wet. About the chickens, and I'm gonna contact Ludo and ask him to find some expats for us. It's quite nice giving them a chance to flourish as they've spent so long in cages. It's quite rewarding. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've put these in ice, cool them down quickly. If you don't cool hard-boiled eggs down quickly, they get a black line around them, which isn't a problem apart from its sort of aesthetics. This is almost done, and it's only 11 o'clock. They can just sit. So this is not going to be carby, this meal. Cabbage is a complex carb or what? Or low, it's definitely low carb, but I'm not adding anything like potatoes or anything. So yeah, next time you see it, it will be dished up to eat. There are some burnt, crunchy bits on the bottom, which Mark refers to as BCBs, and he loves them. So that's done. Chicken's ready. Eggs are pretty cold. I'm hungry, but it's only 11:15. So just reheating this now to eat. Voila.